When you're younger, as a man, and God did not trust, we don't trust God to build discipline in us. One of the things that happens is that when we men, please listen, when we get to a level as men, and as I'm talking to you now, I'm in that stage in which you can sponsor sin and you will not be caught. Can I say it again? You can sponsor sin, and it can be so cheap now. £200, you can sponsor destiny pitfall sins, and you will not be caught. You know what I mean? You will not be caught. And now the image now is that when you are caught is when you are wrong. It's the latest now. When you are caught is when you're wrong. But let me tell you, whatever you don't want to roar at you in your old age, don't dare it in your 40s. Don't dare it in your 40s. Because we're in a season now where it's so cheap, it's so available. Find boy everywhere. A lady said to me, say, why you say your WhatsApp image, your WhatsApp story is full of your wife's picture. You think because she's just fine? It's a cover-up. So that you can know that somebody is permanently there and she's going nowhere. In case I misbehave myself. Are you listening to what I'm talking about? Men will need to trust God to zip up till Jesus comes. And can I read this a little bit? Come on. You are not looking at it. Tell them, not tell us. There are three major motives that makes a man to purify himself. Number one is the fear of God. Number two is the fear of his wife or the value of his wife. Number three is the cause of regret. Are you with me? Number one is what? The fear of God. Number two is the fear or the value of his wife. If your wife is important to you, you don't want to do anything that causes her unnecessary pain. When is your intention to do it? Number three is the regret. And the cause of regret is higher than the cause of discipline. Do you know what I'm saying? hey. For instance, now you see on top, these days where everything is blog, you can be blog. And you will think you don't know. A pastor just collects church members' money to help her to invest. And the member said, give me my money back. And he said, we have invested, it has not come out. The next day, top stories in the newspaper. Pastor collect money from members and use it for investment. Anything can be blocked. And let me tell you, no matter how anointed you are, and they say, oh, pastor, you are the man of God, you are the one reigning, you better still keep your discipline. Keep your discipline. The only constant person in your life is your wife and children. And anyone that God have decided to now make your family member. The spirit of Joab is strong in the body of Christ. That when a man's time is done, they are looking for who is the next. So when you move out word, and I'm praying for me that God will help us again and again to see the word of our woman and not to allow it to reduce in our heart to a point whereby we can think in any way that probably there's somebody better somewhere. Are you with me? When an unbeliever is standing, most times the only thing that can make them to keep themselves very pure is because of the fear of their wife. And I've seen many men who are not born again, but they respect their wife so much that they will dare not. But when you become born again, the value of your wife is important, but it's not enough. Because sometimes they misbehave. And the devil and demons of hell are so good that the day they misbehave is the day the sheik will show up. The word is enough for the wise. The cause of regret. It takes years for you to know the value of regret. Anybody can make any decision. Like one man of God that probably when he was young just went to US and just misbehaved. Then 19 years later, somebody knocked the door and said, I'm the firstborn. And the wife said, first what? The man said, no, he cannot. No. The wife said, shush, sir. As in, please keep quiet. This face I'm looking at, it resembles you more than even the children we have in the house. If he knew that 19 years, one singular decision will cost him a whole family, that family is scattered at the long run. The woman left the house. Will he have made it? So sometimes when we are standing and we say, so far the Lord accepts us, is there no way to thank God as a man, especially when God is increasing you. And are you still with me? Most time as a man, even as a woman, your like many years ago, a guy, all of a sudden I just suspect the guy chasing my wife. Because men are attracted, everybody is attracted to finished product. And you will not see the worth of a woman or a man when they are single. But once they get married and they begin to grow together as a man, that's when you begin to see value in them. Then a guy now who was nothing, now he's wearing tie, wearing shirt, going to work, and things are getting better, having children stable, driving a car in which his even husband and wife that is paying for it. There's somebody by the roadside, just see him, say, I will get him. Get what? Under heaven. Get what? And the value of a woman wife might not solve it. Even the cost of regret, you might not even know what it was. But the fear of God. The fear of God is not a gift. It's a prayer point. Lord, help me to fear you. I'm telling every man, Lord, help me. Lord, I know when we say we will shake the nations. Say, nations are coming. Look, if you speak with that potency, when it comes to fear of the Lord, shout like that too. Lord, help me to